Hello.
That's my middle child. You saw a picture of a video of my oldest. This is my middle child being a goofball. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Pipes, Tattoos, and Conversations. I'm Tattooed Piper. Today, I'm going to do a comparison for you guys. I'm going to do Autumn Evening versus Sutliff's Maple Shadows. Let's get in this video. All right, my friends, I've been wanting to do this video for a little bit, but I needed to do a little research first, smoke a few bowls, So, I don't have a tin of Autumn Evening. I buy it by the bulk bag. And I'm honestly going to stop buying Autumn Evening because I do like Maple Shadows way better. And it has nothing to do with Cornell and Deal. I love a lot of their blends, but Autumn Evening doesn't smoke as well for me, and I will get into that in a minute. But as you can see, so this is the tin art of Maple Shadows. Just beautifully done up tin art. And I am going to, since I don't have a tin of it, I am going to put a picture of the tin of Autumn Evening right here. So as you can see, with the tin art of Maple Shadows, it is a little more intricate than the tin art of Autumn Evening. However, Autumn Evening's tin art is still beautiful. It's still a well done tin. But I am smoking Maple Shadows today. And I'm not going to be smoking any Autumn Evening. This video is just what my thoughts are on each blend. So Autumn Evening, we'll start with that. When you first open the tin of Autumn Evening, you get essentially punched in the face with this maple kind of syrup smell. And it definitely smells like a pancake breakfast. There's Virginia's in it, there's Cavendish in it, and it's got a sweet, buttery, pancakey maple syrup smell. That's just what it smells like. When you open Maple Shadows, the tin note is still maple, but it's very dialed back, and in there are dark-fired Kentucky, Virginia, and Burley. So you get more of an earthy, not really grassy, but nutty, and kind of a little bit of spice in there. So it's more of what I would consider a fall blend. Autumn Evening is more of what I would consider a breakfast blend. These two blends are very good, both of them, but the differences between them is what makes them unique. Now, you wouldn't think that there'd be too many differences, seeing as they're both mapley, but there are some huge differences between the two. They're actually not like each other in any respect other than the fact that they both contain maple. So when you light up a bowl of Autumn Evening, instantly you get maple, syrup, and pancakes. That's what I get. And it takes a little bit of time for the pancake to kind of catch up with the maple syrup, but it's instantly just a breakfast blend. Like you've taken a bite of a maple syrup pancake. And for me, once the straight blend of Autumn Evening, right when you would get maybe 10 to 12 puffs in, the maple goes away like completely, and I'm left with this burning ash taste. And I was not a fan of it. I just didn't like the fact that the maple flavor went away so fast. Now, that's not everybody's experience with it. A lot of people say that the maple lasts for them throughout the entire bowl. Some people say it's about half the bowl. Mine, it was about 10 puffs, and it was gone. And I don't know if it was because the maple was so intense at the beginning that it just, my tongue quickly adapted to it, and then I didn't have that maple flavor anymore, but I found it gross. So what I started doing was blending it half and half with Prince Albert. I've talked about this before with other blends, that Prince Albert is a great tobacco to blend your aromatics with to tone them down. And when I did that, I found that adding the Burley to the Virginia Cavendish base is that it allows the flavor of the maple to last longer in the bowl. And then the tobacco to me becomes pretty smokable. So Maple Shadows, on the other hand, what I'm smoking right now, straight out of the tin, yes, you get maple, but it already has Virginia and Burley in it. The difference is that, well, it has Burley in it is one difference. The other difference is it's got Dark Fired Kentucky. Dark Fired Kentucky is a really, really smoky, intense tobacco that is high in nicotine content. I think it's the highest out of all the tobaccos in nicotine content. And man, does it balance this blend out. It's got a smoky quality that comes into play with the maple. The Virginias bring a bready, yeasty quality to this, as well as a slight little grassy hue or flavor, whatever you want to call it, to it. And then the Burley brings that nutty, earthy, beautifully balanced quality. And it makes me feel like I'm walking through a forest of maple trees, but maybe walking through a forest or grove of maple trees where they're tapping the maple trees and they're getting the maple sap out of them, because that maple is right there. And the maple lasts throughout the entire bowl. I'm talking all the way down to the last puff. Right before you start getting the ashiness at the end of your pipe, the maple is present all the way through. Just such a good blend. But because of that, that's why I will no longer be buying Autumn Evening. I will only be buying Maple Shadows every year when it drops. I cannot say enough good things about this. So anyway, like I said, this is not supposed to be disrespectful to Jeremy Reeves at all. Great blender, has some magnificent blends. I just believe that the Sutliff blend, their maple blend, is much better than the Autumn Evening from Cornell and Diehl. Now, I have not had Sutliff's Maple Street, and maybe that's something else that I need to have and compare, but that might happen in a future video. We'll see. Anyway, if you like this video, continue to watch my other videos, comment, subscribe, and be blessed, my friends. Cheers.